Hey guys, so I finally got my OtterBox case delivered, and since I had a coupon, I also got a device care kit, because why not, right? I've already spent so much money, what's a few extra dollars? Anyway, so let's open that, and this is going to be a lazier sort of unboxing, partly because the hype's died down, partly because, like, I'm just out of energy, so I may also just ramble vlog style. Yeah, we're not even pandering to the tech crowd anymore. This is Destroyer Mariko stuff, which I realise that YouTube sometimes mishears as Destroy America in the little automatic subtitles, but whatever, let's open the thing. It's come by FedEx, which is fused with... oh. They put this little tab that you're supposed to pull. Oh, it said pull quickly. That was my mistake. Well, we will grab some trusty scissors then. See how out of it I am today. But yeah, no, FedEx is fused with TNT. Confusing, but whatever. I missed the original delivery yesterday because I was out having lunch with Mum, not feeling the greatest, bit subdued. And when we got back, there was a card and I had to pick it up from, of all places, the local newsagent. Anyway, so there's another like little shipping docket I can look at later. But here we go. Here is OtterBox Defender Pro for my S21 Ultra. It's just your standard horrible black as opposed to my shiny silver. But, you know, I've got it on my S7 Edge and it hasn't failed me all this time. Literally the only problem with the S7 Edge was the charge port, which was not USB-C. And that's the only reason this phone ever had any issues. The OtterBox stopped it from getting scratched, like the little screen protector thing is all scratched up and whatever. But yeah, no water damage. When the repair guys opened it, they're like, wow, no water damage. Yeah, it's been great. But holy crap, I'm looking at this and it's huge! I don't even think it's gonna fit in my tripod thing anymore. I might have to get another one. But, yeah, no, okay, so what does it say? 4 times tested to military standard, which is what I need after, you know, Nokia, people would drop their phones, their smartphones, and panic about their screens, and I would drop my Nokia on purpose next to them and just sort of cackle. So I've got a lot of karma in terms of smartphone protection, and so that's why I need a Defender Pro to military standard. And then it makes some claims about antimicrobial case protection. Whatever. Made with more than 50% recycled plastic, if that's the kind of thing you're into. It says 5G compatible, which I'm not going to be using 5G, but hey. Wireless charging compatible, also not something I'm going to be using. Outlasts heavy use, multi-layer defense, holster kickstand, which I have found handy. We will have a look at that. I don't know if I'll be using the holster so much this time though, because the screen protector on the phone is the only one I'm going to be using. It doesn't have its built-in one anymore like the old one, and so do I really want to have it on the holster with the screen showing? But yeah, the other thing I got, a detailing kit. If this isn't the wankiest thing I have ever bought for a phone. Mobile device care kit. It's like a detailing kit for your phone, made for you by OtterBox. It cost me like not even $10 after my coupon, but whatever. Includes microfiber cloth, mini brushes, towelettes. So let's get that out of the way if I can get this. Oh, gross. It's got sticky shit. And like, you know, the whole point of getting this stuff in a tin is so that you can put it in your bag and not have it be annoying. But now I'm going to have to, like, clean up all this sticky stuff. So I'll just leave that for now. It's got a horrible little plastic thing. I'm going to have a look closer, seeing as I set this up with, oh my god, turns out terrible lighting, but whatever. Open the fucking... taste for my junk. Let's open it up. Oh, isn't it? Spruce up your phone. It's time to treat your phone in case right. Take them from drab to fab. Oh my god. With a tool set that cleans and buffs away dirt and grime for that feels so good new phone bliss. Has a microfiber cloth, mini brushes, towelettes, and a sticker. I do not need this sticker. I don't know what to do with it. If anyone has any ideas, throw them at me. And then look, cute little, and it's got cute little brush things, so, Yeah, that's, I mean, I could probably use like a little toothpick or something and probably use a cotton tip. Oh, it's a bit firmer than a cotton tip, but hey, you can clean your phone if you're that much of a wanker. And then what, we've got these are like, God, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 alcohol wipes, I think. Towelette. I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess there are times where things get sticky. I have experienced that, so let's not bag that out. Just feels a bit COVID-y, if you know what I mean. Carrying around alcohol wipes for your phone. And then we've got the microfiber cloth. Now, because I wear glasses, I constantly have these things floating around. But they kind of float around in my bag, like, just everywhere and get all this kind of dirt on them, and so probably keeping them in a tin is going to be better. And yeah, so cute. OtterBox. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be tiny. I thought it was going to be like this size, because like, isn't that all you need for your phone? But no, it's a proper size one, like I get with my glasses, so that's nice. Yeah, that's that. Alright, well, I guess let's open this. Oh, it says open other end. Is there a reason that I have to open it from a specific end? Alrighty. Let's, oh, okay, it doesn't have a sticker there, so that's nice. And we can just pull that. Oh no, that just lifts up. And here we go. Yeah. Boink! That's how much I care right now. Okay, so there's paper. Designed for Samsung, blah bitty blah bitty blah. I think that's kind of obvious if I bought it specifically for the S21 Ultra, but whatevs, they've got to tell us that. And then there's this huge bit of paper, if I can find the English, oh, it's right there. Limited warranty. Yeah, lots of tiny writing that I absolutely cannot be bothered to read. Now, the actual thing itself, oh, they have... I keep forgetting I can show this screen. They have like instructions, and I keep forgetting that I've lit it very poorly. Well, how to install the damn thing. So as you can see, there's like this little clip thing, which I'm gonna have to try and get out of this packaging somehow. Alright, so, yeah, this, they've put it in upside down. So this is the little holster, and you can clip that to your belt, which I have done many times on the old phone. And then this is the thing, and without the plastic front cover, it feels very empty. But no, you can feel the padding in there, and it all looks very nice, but very massive. Hello! Independent Pro, drop plus, blah 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 blah. Alright, and so if we take that apart, I think the first thing you do is take off the rubber outside, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. Da-da-da-da. Oh. Yeah, rubber outside, there you go. And then in here, it's like a clip-on case. And because the screen is so massive, like, it's you almost wonder if you really need this. Like, could you not just slip it into something? But hey, it keeps it secure. There's a clip here, another clip. Oh, sometimes the clip things are so hard to get, but yeah. No, actually, they're not too bad. I'm just complaining because I'm grumpy. Hey, so yeah, you have this really thin bit that goes on, and then your phone goes in there. But of course, I've got to put my SIM card in the phone first, which I haven't done because I've been using this old thing. So yeah, I guess I gotta take that off. Do I have to power everything down before I do these things? I don't even know. But yeah, and I can show you what the old OtterBox case is and the slight difference in design this year. So let me just pause the video and we can get on to that. Alrighty, so I can start to get a better sense of the size difference between the two phones. This way is not too bad, it's only slightly wider, but yeah, that's the phone I'm going to be carrying around. But so, let's take all this off and we'll see how dirty it is. I'm sorry I don't have camera set up. Oh my god! There's like sand, dirt in there because I use this at bonsai. Oh my god. Oh my god. Before I put it back together again, I'm going to have to clean that out because that is pretty awful. But that's just the outside layer. Inside here... don't know if you'll be able to see. Can you see all the little speckly marks? So it's scratched up the inside there. But yeah, no, seems to be doing alright, I guess. And then, okay, so taking this off. I think it was harder on this phone, or maybe it's harder once the phone's in there, I don't know. There's so many little... Alright. Ooh. And so this is the main difference, is on the old ones, they had a plastic front, and you can see like it's got so many scratches from when I've dropped it and all kinds of shit. And there's a little cutout for the fingerprint thing and for all these little bits. And I think because now you've got full screens and the fingerprint thing under the screen, this just isn't practical anymore. You know, touch works fine through it, but I guess fingerprint and whatever doesn't. So OtterBox just doesn't make this sort of thing this way anymore. And then I'll take off the back somehow. Oh, did something fall out of that? Maybe a bit of dirt. Probably shouldn't have done that over the top of the microfiber cloth. Whoopsie daisy. Let's just move that out of the way. And underneath, the phone looks pretty good. That's a little hair. Let me just wipe it down. And so, like, it's got no damage after 5 years, pretty much, and I've rarely taken it out. You know, maybe take it out every now and then to clean it up. But yeah, no, and the only real damage has come from them messing with the charge port, which, yeah, there's no... You can see it's a little bit scratched up there. The screen still looks nice. Back still looks nice. You won't be able to see this so well, but around the camera it had that big hole like that, and so you can see there's like a little bit of dirty marks around the edge of where that is, but maybe you can't see it. You can really just see a reflection of me. Oh my god, and a reflection of a reflection of me. Wow, we're getting a little bit crazy with that. I'm getting distracted. No, I've just, like, the last few days, I've not been feeling the greatest, although today I feel a little bit better. So, yay me. No, and now we can, oh yeah, so we can get my new phone next to it. You can see the difference. Oh, without the case, you can see a little bit more. Oh, there. Ah, yeah, and then so the old one has a little logo and the button, the new one doesn't. In terms of, like, buttons on the side, this one had two, oh, it's so hard. This one had 2 buttons on that side for, like, the volume, and 1 button on that side for power. On the new one, they're all on the one side of the phone, and it's like one big button for the volume, and you just press the top or the bottom, and then the power button is there. I guess they decided that side was easier. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. I really can't give a shit today. But no, OtterBox case, like 5 years, and I have dropped it, like all kinds of places. There's one day, like, I was in the city and I dropped it under a bus, basically. It didn't get run over by the bus. It was just like, I was waiting for a bus, it got knocked out of my hand, and I had to reach under the bus to grab it, which, you know, fortunately the bus was not moving, and that's when I got, like, that biggest scratch, I think, on the... There's like that big massive scratch. That was that incident. But the phone itself underneath looks pretty nice. There's just little bits of dirt and so on around the bits where it wasn't protected. So with the new phone, because it's only got like the plastic screen protector, I'm a little bit more nervous about that. God, I've already put fingerprints all over it just from holding it. But yeah, no, OtterBox. I like OtterBox, and after having Nokia's, it just makes me feel a lot better. What was I meant to be doing? I was meant to be taking out the SIM card. So where is that? Where is that on this phone? Oh, it's in the top. Okay. I think the top was probably a better place because you're less likely to screw it up. Samsung actually sent me an email. Bloody hell, I need 2 hands. They sent me an email telling me how to put the SIM card in, and one of the interesting things they've done is put the SIM card... Oh, can you even see this? So there's... Oh, it's a little bit... And I can't see the mirrored... So that's a SIM card tray, and the little hole is right there that you poke the thing in. But right next to it is the microphone hole, and they've had to send this email, and there's this website saying, don't poke the little doodad into the microphone hole. I'm just like, when you're designing things for the general public especially, but when you're designing things in general, you should make it as foolproof as possible, not give people the opportunity to mess it up. Whereas up here, the tray, oh god, I hate my cameras. The tray is here and the hole is there and the microphone is all the way over here. So it's a lot harder to mistake it as being something, because like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so let's get the little SIM card out of that. And this one still has the expandable storage, but I'm going to leave that in there because like I might still use the phone for like camera type things, so we can pop that back in. Oh, maybe this video seems boring, I don't know. I just like, I lost weight for one thing. I've put it on again since, because, you know, I've just been paying more attention to make sure I eat enough. But here we go to the vlog section of this video. For anyone who was hoping I would be doing techie kinds of stuff. No, we interrupt this for my usual rambling. I lost weight, which kind of made me panic a little bit, because it took me so long to get to a healthy weight, and I got down to 50 again, which like just puts me on the edge of about to fall into being underweight again. And then that made me realize that actually my stomach had been a bit off for about a week before, maybe. I just didn't think anything of it then. And then after that, my mood started to get a little bit, and my brain just got a little bit weird. My brain started to feel like it was trying to go back to 10 years ago, and some of you know what I was like 10 years ago, and it was just like, and I had this, yesterday, this terrible brain fog. A little bit of headache creeping into the end of the day, and I woke up with a headache today, but, you know, Panadol and Nurofen fixed that up. I think my stomach somehow has gotten upset and maybe affected my brain, because, like, a lot of those brain chemicals are made in the stomach or something like that. And so, yeah, I was just like, what? And trying to concentrate on things and having different parts of my mind going a little bit haywire yesterday at the shops, and it was just... Anyway, so that's one of the reasons I can't be bothered to do this tech stuff. I think I've stayed up too late trying to be all like positive and whatever, and you know, I'm not a tech person. I don't really like to, I don't like the whole script thing and whatever. Anyway, and I had some really crazy dreams, blah 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 blah, whatever, I don't know. Let's just get into this. And so hey, I got the right one instead of the microphone hole. And now they said put it in there with the gold side facing up. Oh, I think that's pretty foolproof, so let me just get that in there. And then on the other side, like, it looks like you could have space for something, but there's no space for anything. So we will put that back in you. Done. And then before I put it into the new case, I'm just gonna like get my fancy detailing microfiber cloth, and I found like it does really do like, when I'm using my other ones, like the microfiber cloth is the easiest way to get all the fingerprint marks off, and then it looks all nice and shiny and not covered in my oily fingery marks. So yeah, and then I'll just like slip that back on, and oh my god, how big is the camera hole? Like, that makes me nervous, because like I hope they've got like they do have raised edges. You can see like now, instead of the camera bump sticking out awkwardly, it now feels like it's actually got a bit of protection already just from that, and haven't even put the proper back on yet. God, I'm going to be cleaning this constantly because the little plastic thing gets so many fingerprints, whereas the old screen protecty thing, I didn't really notice fingerprints that much, but I guess it was plastic, not glass, so what can you do? The film is plastic as well, though, so where's my logic there? Maybe there is no logic. Maybe this is just me today. Even this tiny... Now, which way goes up? Oh, dear. There you go, it's that way, because, that's where the cable goes in. And so what things are we blocking off just a little bit? Now the SIM card reader is getting blocked off, that's fine. No, they've got little holes for all the relevant things, so... one of the problems with my old OtterBox case, okay, so you know how people are all like, boo-hoo, the headphone jack? One of the problems, let me just click this into place. I'm so distracted, like... Oh, I can't even, you know, And like, for a while there, I was a little bit worried that YouTube was once again trying to push me into tech YouTuber territory, because like the views were going up, and they have this new thing that's like, oh, you did a really good job, you should do more of like the things you did in this period. And I did it for a bit, but smartphones, I guess, have more of a turnover, like faster turnover period. And so unlike my Alienware video, which has already popped up to back up to, like, you know, they show you in the last 2 days which are your most viewed videos, and the Alienware one is already, my unboxing is already 3rd place again, and it just stays there. And I'm like, but it's so old, it's so outdated, like there's new hardware, why are people still watching this? I don't know. Whereas with the phone, for a while it was like the 3 videos I made were in the top 3 spots, and then very quickly they've disappeared back into obscurity because pre-orders are done. Yeah, but for a while there I was like, YouTube, could you please stop telling me that I should be a tech YouTuber, because I don't want to, and I don't even remember where I was going with that story, but no. Headphone jack, right? There's a little flap that protects it on the old phone. The problem is, like with my headphones, it doesn't fit! You know, you have to take off the entire thing to get it to fit in there anyway. So one of the nice things about them removing a lot of that stuff on the S21 Ultra is I couldn't use that stuff anyway. Like, you'd need a really thin headphone jack to get in there. But so yeah, now let me put on so this is like the sort of inside protection. It feels very open on that side, but that's just how it is now. And on here, finally, feels like the camera is less vulnerable. You know, in terms of the color, you can only see a little bit of that silver coming through. So if you've got the black phone, it'll blend in a bit more, but I still get to see the metallic silver. Whatevs, let's pop it in there, because that's what we came here to do, right? After, I don't know how many minutes of me stuffing around, going, hey guys, blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, I'm glad YouTube decided I shouldn't be a smartphone YouTuber, because I just couldn't do that shit. Yeah, oh, it feels nice now that I've put this on, actually. It feels nice and chunky and not so vulnerable, not like that thin phone, because like I was carrying it around the house trying to take photos of stuff, and I'm just like, this is terrifying. So, alright, let's have a look at all the little things. So, there's 2 little holes for, presumably at least one's a microphone, don't know what the other one is, but yeah, little holes for that. On this side there's nothing happening because there's nothing happening on the phone. Down the bottom, so this protects the USB-C so that you don't get lint in there, and like, you know, some people have problems charging their phone just because there's gunk in there. So that was not the problem with my S7 Edge, because I had it in one of these. There was absolutely no gunk in the charging port. It was just genuinely that after, like, because I use it for video and I have to like plug it into the computer to get the stuff off and all that kind of stuff. It was just overuse, because those older USB plugs really aren't rated for much use, whereas USB-C is much more durable. But we've got this extra protection, so it's, if anything goes wrong, it's not lint, it's genuinely the plug. And then when you close that up, you've got a little, I think that's a microphone thing, and then I guess that's a speaker, or I don't even know which is which. And then here they've got little protectors that, like, it goes over the buttons, and so you press these, and now it's got these 2 separated. And yeah, the one thing I've noticed on my old phone is the power button one was starting to not be as responsive. I don't know if that's cause of, like, problems. I don't think it's problems with the phone, maybe it's the problems with the alignment on the case, which I really need to clean out. That's gross, but hey, no, let's have a look at that. Looks good. And shall we turn it on again? And just ooh, made a little there. But yeah, so like they design it to, I guess, have minimal interference but still protect stuff. The phone itself is water resistant anyway. This does feel chunky, but it does feel a little bit more safe to me. Oh, interesting. So I think with some of the speakery type stuff, on the old phone, like they were able to put all these extra things at the top of the screen because it wasn't like screen. It was just whatever with the camera built in, but since this screen extends the whole way, phone restarted, unlock your phone, Okay, that's all it's complaining about. But up here, there's like a little slit for where I think one of the speakers is, so it's like hiding there. Yeah, tricksy. Anyway, no, oh, that was one thing I forgot to talk about, is, with the curved screen, like now that I take this out of its case, you can definitely notice there's heaps more of a curve compared to that one. Like, they've really chilled out on the whole curve thing. The curve thing was annoying to use, like when you're trying to crop a photo and you can't quite get to the edge, especially if you've got it in a case. It's just like, whereas this feels a lot easier to use, but, I gotta, oh. Phone is starting. Hey. And, yeah, okay, and then I will test phone call quality and get all my settings right, because something wasn't working the other day, and I think I haven't quite figured out all the settings. I still haven't even customized my screen with all the little apps, because I just got so confused, but anyway. I'm gonna go and clean this up, and then I'll put it back in its case too. It does look nice. And then I can show you the size between the different ones and blah 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 blah. I don't even know, like, I'm so unenthusiastic about this video, but hey! I'm making it anyway, and give me some reason to, like, actually get on to making my phone work, because otherwise maybe I'd just sit around not doing anything, because I don't go anywhere, so it's not urgent for me to have a working phone. Hang on, guys. Alrighty, so it's all nice and clean. Ooh. Just make sure I get some of the moisture out of that with my yeah, no, but so the dirt that was in that backing, like, not in the main protective part, but that outer rubber covering, the dirt in that's one of the reasons I'm not going to be using the new phone the same way. Like, even though it has the OtterBox case now, I'm not going to be wearing it the same way as at bonsai, because, like, when I'm doing bonsai, like, there's literally dirt falling onto me as I'm, like, raking it out of the trees, and you know, it's just not good for phones and stuff. But because this is an old phone and it had the front screen protector on the OtterBox case and all that, I didn't mind. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that with the new phone, because I just worry about the protection and all that. So I will have to, like, figure out a different way to keep my phone around, but out of dirt's way. So yeah, that is one of the things that's going to be different. Let's pop that backing on there. Ah, it does look scratched up, but that's okay. Now I really have to clean the front screen properly, because once that front plastic goes on, there's not really any opportunity to clean the screen. Just make sure the inside of that is also nice. Or about as nice as it's ever going to be now that it's my backup phone. And probably just a camera, really, at this point. An extra camera for who knows what, pretending to be more of a YouTuber than I really am. Did I get them all? I think I got them all. Alright, I'll pop it back in here. Oh, I didn't do a great job of, you know, getting the moisture out after washing that, which, you know, the whole point of the case is to stop those things. Although on the upside, both phones have a degree of waterproofing, so if I don't quite get this right, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, no, just all these little cracks and bits. I should have done this off camera, but okay, seeing as I'm on camera doing this, yeah, no, what's going on with my mood? Or perhaps, like, health in general. Who knows what's caused this grumpiness? It could be, you know, trying to do the tech thing, because, like, I stayed up late doing some of those videos, and, you know, having to concentrate and try to give the people what they want, as opposed to me just goofing off like I usually do. It's as if I was doing, like, 3 punk rave videos all at once. I think that'd drive me mad too. It's like, you know, nerd me got a little bit too much, and so the rest of me is like, no, we've got to do other things. Of course, this video isn't exactly what the rest of me wants to do either, but, you know, just not caring as much about stuff. Anyway, the front screen is the hardest to clean because, like, it has all these grooves where the outside rubber bit locks into it. And yeah, so anyway, now yeah, pop that on, and then, I think I got it. Alright, and I can turn that on, maybe. Hey! And so yeah, no, so there's the charge port flap, and the one protecting the headphone jack, and you can kind of see, like, it's too small for you to get anything in there. Okay, ignore the 1/4-inch jack, like, you can take that off, but even taking that off, like, this bit is so chunky. Fuck, I'll just take it off for you. So if we take that bit off, right? I thought it was gonna run away on me. And you try and get it there. Doesn't go all the way, so you can't listen to shit on that anyway. But yeah, these are the problems with, you know, if you're gonna use good headphones that have a good, I can't even be bothered because that's gonna move around. Just put that off to the side. So yeah, headphone jack. If you're going to be using OtterBox case, it's not practical anyway. So yeah, no, now we can get a proper look at the two phones and how big. Once the case is on though, the new one actually doesn't seem that much bigger, which makes me think that there's slightly less padding in the new case, which is a little bit, another thing that makes me a little bit nervous. On the other hand, because the camera was so bulgy on this one, it's probably got more padding in the back to make it sort of sink in, so that, like, when I place it on the table, it's not going to, like, bulge into the table. It now sits flat, which is like before putting this case on, I was sort of like putting it on the box like this because I was a little bit worried about the camera getting scratched up, but now I don't have to worry. And so if you turn it over, it just, like, it finally sits flat. You know, that's what I want, and the camera does not touch anything. Now I feel okay to place this on a table like a normal person. So, yeah, there's a thing. Now, another thing I want to test is whether or not I can still put it in this thing, or if I have to remove the rubbery bits. Just so annoyingly, here's the button. And there's some more buttons there, and so I have to put it always a little bit to the side. And see if we can get that. It fits! Oh my god! Oh my god, so I can still use my tripod thing. It's a little bit, the weight balance though is not really great. Even if so there's a little bit of a lean going that way, because of course this is the camera end as well as having all the buttons. So that is a little bit difficult, and maybe I need to get a better tripod-y thingy, but hey, it fits, so at least in the short term I can actually do some stuff until I get a better solution. So yay for this. Let's pop that back. And then I'm going to put this somewhere that I'm not going to lose it, even though I've still got my old one. But God knows, next time I get a phone, they might not even give you one of those pins. So, yeah, no. But, yeah, that's how those look. Now, if I put it in the thing... Okay, I'll show you how I do it on my old phone first, because you would think, like, when you put it in this, that you're going to put it upright, right? But I don't do that. What I do is I put it in like this. Like, this is how it fits anyway. But I've actually turned the snappy thing so that instead of sitting like that, when you actually put it onto your wherever, it's upside down. And the reason for that is, like, when I'm out and about, I want to see what time it is. I can just flip it up and it's the right way up for me, right? So yeah, that's why I do that. Whereas if you put it the other way around, then the time is always upside down. So that's why I turn it around. And like these things, they can move all the way around if you play around with it enough, but this is so old, hasn't really... So you can put it to the side. Ooh, that's a little bit... Oh, and when you do put it to the side, you can, like, lock it in place. It's always a little bit stiff, and then you can use it as a stand, but I've never used it like that. It's just not relevant to me. And which way was I going? I think it was that way. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so now this one says no SIM, emergency calls only, but that's okay because you are no longer my main phone. And then with this one, I'll pop it in there. Oh, it fits really nicely. Hey. And this obviously hasn't been turned around, but it's the same design they've had for years. And you can still, yeah, it looks like you can still lock it in and use it as a stand if that's the thing you're into, which I'm not. My God, this phone is big. But it looks nice. And yeah, it's nice and clean now, and it still fits my tripod stand, which is the one thing I was not sure about. But yeah, now I can, you know, go around, harass the family to help me test out the call quality, and I can actually take it out into the world, and we'll see how things go. And but yeah, no, one thing though. So this is how I've always had this one. Because yeah, I wanted to be able to see the screen, and it has that screen protector. And then, you know, you take it out to use the camera and whatever. The camera I never really worried about on this because, like, it was always flush with the phone anyway, and then they sunk in this, and that was very nice. The dilemma I have with this one, right, is I just caught a reflection of my face, and that looks like, ah! Anyway, no, the dilemma I have is, like, because this is just like a plastic, like that film style screen protector instead of like the proper hardcore plastic. Do I really want this nice screen facing outwards? And with Mum's phone, what I told her to do is when she's putting it in her bag, like so it doesn't scratch up against things, you should put it in upside down, which is how OtterBox shipped the case. Put it in upside down so that the front screen doesn't get damaged. It just sits in there and that protects it. Problem is, I've got this massive camera section, and like even though it is sunk in, it makes me feel a little bit like, should I be doing something to protect all these fancy cameras, seeing as they're one of the main reasons that I was like, no, I'd like the Ultra instead of one of the small ones. So if anyone has any ideas on how I can protect that, that would be helpful. So how can I protect both sides at the same time? And then of course, like, you can see, because I'm concerned about elements on both sides, like the screen is really nice, I don't want to damage it, and then the cameras are really nice, I don't want to damage it. Which side do I prioritize? That's difficult, and you can see why I'm not going to be having this on me while I'm working on bonsai, because dirt does, like, go where I would normally wear it. I'll have to keep it in my bag, which just sits across from me anyway, or I don't know, but yeah, because bonsai gets dirty. So there's some dilemmas with this, because it is such a nice phone, and I don't want it to get messed up, whereas this is such a, like, by the time I started my bonsai job, it was already an old phone, and the case, like, because of the design and the older technology, is just much easier to protect. So yeah, it got a little bit of dirt in the outer casing bit, but not on the inner casing, and so I didn't worry. But now when I go to work, how do I handle things? But anyway, yeah. And I guess maybe another thing some of you might wonder is, like, does all this extra case affect the sound quality and so on? But with my experience with the old one, it's not, it still sounds fine. And, you know, like, I'd record before the sound messed up when the repair guys did the charge port. You know, I'd go to concerts and record stuff, and it was actually pretty decent. Like, it figures things out, and doesn't distort the crap out of it. So yeah, I'm not too worried, because it's not like I'm doing pro stuff anyway. I just want things to look nice, and take good pictures of my puppies, and who knows. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, and then after this, do I keep making videos about the phone? Maybe not. Like, no one has really asked me specific questions that much, apart from the 5 that I addressed last time. And if no one asks any questions, I think maybe I just won't bother, because there are, like, proper tech guys out there who are testing all the functions of the camera, and, you know, testing gaming and whatever, and I'm not into that. I did a little bit on the Alienware computer, and I'm just like, yeah, no, this isn't really my world. I just, like, you know, the hype has died down in the world, but also for me, and I think I want to move on, make some other videos. I got to finish that bloody music video, and then because I didn't get to live stream, so my internet has been a little bit screwy the last few days, and because I didn't get to live stream, I feel like I didn't get to vent properly, and so that hasn't helped with like all the weird issues I've been having the last few days. So if my internet stays dodgy, maybe I'll just make some vlogs where I'm venting the things I wanted to vent, if I even remember them by the time I get around to it. And then I have this huge list of videos I've been wanting to make. And yes, Taylor Swift cover. Although if you notice at the end of my no internet Neopets didn't work video, I did put in a Taylor Swift parody cover kind of thing. But yeah, no, I realize also that most people probably didn't understand what that video was about, because there were only some of us at the end of that live stream, my second attempt at getting it to work, and we're talking in the live chat sort of like it was an old school style chat room, because like I could still chat in there, but nothing was coming up on the screen even when I got my internet back. And so, and then when I go back to look at it now, it looks like maybe you can't access the part of the chat that happened while, my internet screwed up. So yeah, a lot of you guys who weren't there at the time may not have known that we were talking about like Neopets and so on, and I was like, should I keep trying to stream again? Like, should I start a new stream, or should I just give up and go to Neopets? And then we were talking about Neopets. And then of course, when I finally finished that up and tried to access Neopets, my internet dropped out again. And yeah, that's how that video happened. So I'm not surprised that some people probably didn't understand what was going on there. Yeah, anyway, so that's my rambling. I don't know what to do with this sticker. And I'm sorry to anyone who subscribed thinking that this was like a channel where proper things happen. This is just me rambling about whatever I happen to be thinking about at the time, and it just happens that every now and then I do a little bit of a tech video. I think, as I was saying before, YouTube seems to want to push me in the tech direction. I guess tech is a popular topic, but I couldn't. Not as a full-time thing. Like, every now and then, sure, but not as a, like, main focus of my channel. And it's weird that they keep bringing up the Alienware computer one, because that is just, like, it's old news, and yet people are still interested in it, and more interested in it than the phone. And so what YouTube is trying to tell me is not that I should buy a bunch of expensive smartphones to make videos about, but that I should buy ridiculously expensive computers all the time to make videos about. And I'm just like, no, YouTube, I don't care about your advice. I know I should get better lighting, and I've considered it, but at the moment I'm just like, I kind of like this low-tech aesthetic, and it's still better than what my old webcam used to be, so, who really gives a shit about that stuff? But anyway, so, I'm less enthusiastic today. Although I'm doing better than I was yesterday, bit more awake, and I didn't have any significant crazy dream last night, so, when you have a crazy dream and sometimes the vibe just lingers with you all damn day. Don't have any of that today, so maybe that was just a blip in, like, my stomach health and my brain health and whatever, but I'm going to see my doctor on Tuesday, and so I'll tell her about what's going on, and I'm probably due for a blood test anyway, so, I think that's everything, because hell knows how long this lame video is, but no, thank you for coming, and if you made it this far, I have nothing to end on. Someone write me an ending for this video, and if it's good enough, maybe I'll pin it in the comments. Alternate ending, write what my ending should have been, and yeah, if someone comes up with one that's really fun, I'll pin it in the comments, and that'll be a thing. By the way, guys, pro tip, if you're ordering from OtterBox and you're from Australia, I don't know if this applies in other countries, but always pay with PayPal. Don't pay directly from your credit card or bank or whatever, because they're actually from Hong Kong and you get charged an international transaction fee. So always use PayPal with OtterBox, at least from Australia. Hey.